Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky. These products are 100% natural and USDA certified. It's prepared without no added hormones or steroids, no growth-promoting antibiotics, no artificial ingredients, flavors, or preservatives. Grain-free. Don't cheat your dog nutrients. Treat your dog to a healthy snack at www.houndhouse.
You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
Host Derrick Scott, and I have dope hip hop artists. Listen, legend. To me, he's a legend. To the world, he's definitely a legend. We definitely gonna get him in here. His name is Pop Da Brown Hornet. We're gonna get him in here right now because his story is crazy. We're about to get that going right now. What up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on? Pop Da Brown Hornet from out of Stapleton, Staten Island, that 10304. Bumble fire!
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So listen, we're gonna get into your story. So first of all, I want to know Stapleton Fly. Where did that come from? Because I want to.
So first of all, I want to say Derrick Scott, thanks for having me on your show and all that, and on the platform. Shout out to everybody around, tuned in, listening to the Pop Da Brown Hornet right now in 2023. That's a blessing in itself, So yeah, Stapleton, man, where I'm from, man, Stapleton Fly. I came up with the song because I'm just carrying on tradition where I'm from, especially growing up and to the present day. But growing up, the older individuals always kept it flashy and stylish in the 80s. So, shout out to the Paris crew and everybody that was rocking in the Paris crew. As a youngster, when you couldn't go and I couldn't go across the ferry boat or getting on a train and things of that nature, it was those individuals who brought us the style. So whether it was the leather fronts, the gold fronts or the when I say the leather fronts, I used to be you had suede and leather fronts. You had Benetton sweaters. You had the Gucci sneakers. You had, the Paris crew used to rock a nylon. It was the Paris nylons. They didn't rock the BVD nylons. They rocked the Paris crew ones. So it's different colors with the Kangos or the do-rag, always, the Lees, the Levi, Sergio Valente, Jordan. So I grew up in the era of flyness. You know what I mean?
You damn right.
Little dudes, coming up underneath that's what it was, the British Walkers, story goes on, man. You know how it goes, the Cazelles, all of that was in the hood through older individuals. So I come up underneath that. So me, displaying in 2023, because I was on the big deep hiatus, probably I was gone. Sometimes, a lot of people still get confused of where I may really be from, Pop Da Brown Hornet XYZ. For those that don't know who I'm, where I'm from and know the time that I do have in the industry, I just figured I'd reacquaint myself and be like, yeah, Stapleton, I'm from Stapleton and I'm Stapleton Fly with it, and there's a lot of individuals like myself that, like I said, carry on tradition. And like I said, and flyness comes with more just material and clothing. It's a way of thinking. It's the way the way you carry yourself in the community, mannerisms and things of that nature. Yeah. No one's no angel, but that comes, that embodies flyness as well.
Hell yeah. And listen, like I said, I've heard of you. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So I've heard of you guys making, like I said, at the end of the day, Brooklyn be getting information. And what happens is that, Staten Island is a ways from Brooklyn. But at the end of the day, Stapleton, I'm not even gonna lie, we didn't want to go over there, bro. I'm not even gonna front. That was one of the roughest projects on the planet. I'm letting people know right now. It was serious. You understand what I'm saying? And we wasn't trying to visit, bro. I'm not even gonna front. It wasn't that we know our lane. It's like Brooklyn cats, Bronx cats, everybody has their own borough. But the thing is, you don't step into somebody's home unless you was invited.
Well, and that's more or less how it was. I mean, when you think about Staten Island in general, you know, the other four boroughs never really looked at Staten Island as being hood or even populated with black people. So it was always, you know, like, you know, one of the songs was, you know, Staten Island, soft and smiling, you know. So
I heard of that.
Everybody came when, and that was from a group from Brooklyn. It's off the tip of my head. But when they said that in the song, it was always us on Staten Island was like, all right, well, they could feel that way, but once they come to the Terror Dome, we used to call Stapleton the Terror Dome. You know, they come to the Terror Dome and face the Gladiators or the Paris crew.
There it is.
I was telling somebody, you know, somebody today, you know, or online. Back then, in that time, it was like, you know, Stapleton was a gated community. It was gated through the individuals that was out there.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you know, like to say, anybody could be, you know, approached and taken out, but Stapleton, we'd fight amongst each other. But if you was an outsider, we definitely jump up on you. You know what I mean?
Fact.
As a unit.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. And, you know, so I'm going to get into a group called GP Wu. We're going to get into that right now because, again, that was a group from back in the 90s that made a lot of noise. I'm asking you a question. Y'all was making mixtapes back in the days. Is that correct?
Well, before we really got signed on to MCA as far as a group, as far as GP Wu, Download, June Lover, Rubber Bands, and myself, along with Shaheen, we would be up R&S's house, and we would really make demos. Like, you know, we'd be up on the 4-track until we got the 8-track. You know, real old shit, you know what I mean? Some shit got digital, and we'd be up there, you know, and we was, like I said, individuals doing their own thing. I was Pop Da Brown Hornet, you know. Download was Download, June Lover, Shaheen, Rubber Bands. We was individual artists. So when we made songs, it went to, hypothetically, we could all make individual songs. R&S would throw it on a tape, a cassette. We spin it to the streets, put it in the Cunyon. You know what I mean? Or whatever was rocking back there, a couple of Cunyons. Yeah, we was hood celebrities. And this is during the 80s. You know what I mean? This is before Wax and all of that. We was doing this in the 80s up at R&S house. Yeah.
That's crazy because, like I said, I'm an older cat. I'm 50. Again, I've heard a lot of rumbling from Staten Island. You understand? Way back. So the thing is, you guys came along, and I'm about to play a video of you. This is, I don't know how many years ago it was, but it was on Rap City. And I'll never forget the first time we actually saw this group called GP Wu. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to play the video. It's just your verse, but the verse is crazy. And all jokes aside, when I heard it, and I still hear it to today, it's still dope. Like, wait a minute. You were saying stuff ahead of your time. You understand? So we're going to get into that, and we're going to come back, and we're going to definitely talk about GP Wu. But let me play this video right now. And it's only about a minute. Yeah, about a minute. So we're going to get into your verse right now. We're going to come right back with Pop the Green Hornet.
Like I play the host at your funeral. You've been the victim to deadly lyrics. Has a puff of bone and reminisce about the bullshit you said. Freestyling out your head, you've been beheaded. On top of that, your tongue's been shredded. No longer will your mouth get that ass in trouble. Resume Nicole Simpson, laying in the blood puddle. You should've knew what you was getting yourself into. Fucking with a nigga from my crew, but it's too late. All your loved ones was at your weight. Wishing you hadn't done it. The odds was 1 in 100, but still you wanted to test your skill. Now you're laying in the box, I pack the rhymes that kill. Ain't no games here, it's strictly wear and tear. It's the rapper of the year, making love to your ear. I heard you smacked your girl in the shower, cause you heard her singing my song. Can we all get along? I got her calling me dad, nigga. What? Hear your butt. Come on. Come on. First things first. You better.
First things first. You better recognize GP. What? Huh?
Yo,
He gave you that real project. That was that real. Listen, during that time in that era, man, it was real, man. It was real in the field. We come through the hallways, elevators. So we just was giving you that Staten Island,
man,
Stapleton gutter. You know,
that was I'm telling you, that was definitely the shit. And I'm sitting there. I've seen that on Rap City. So the funny part is, it's like, damn, where these guys at? Because a lot of your mixtapes was coming to Brooklyn. A lot of the mixtapes from GP Wu and you Pop, your mixtapes is in Brooklyn, bro. Real talk. Your demos is in Brooklyn. So that's why.
And you know what? It's a real quick, not to stray off, but what was real quick. Shout out to my man Neff. But Neff had called me up the other day. And that's the Last American beat boy, and he put me on the phone real quick. So I'm chopping it up back and forth with the guy. He's like, "Yo, he knows you, like he know your music." So I'm chopping it up. He's like, "Yeah, we used to sing that black on black crime and this, that, and the third." And hey, I'm not sure no more constant war. He's, you know what I mean. So he hears the phone. Like, yo, good love, yo, one love. I appreciate the love, man. Yo, keep the phone. So my man Neff, he hit me, he hung up. He texted me, yo, you know who that was? I'm like, nah, I couldn't really see. Who was that? He was like, yo, that was Shannon Briggs, man. He was saying,
Shannon.
You in Brooklyn back in the days, black on black crime. So, you're not telling no lies. That's the second time I heard that within 2 weeks, man. So shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to all the 5 boroughs, Queens, Manhattan, Bronx, and all of that. You feel?
Yo, no doubt. Yo, we definitely.
I appreciate the Brooklyn love, and like you said, us being out there, you heard about us in the street.
Yeah, definitely, yo. So that was the crazy part. So when I asked MJ, when I saw you made this video called Stapleton Fly, which we're gonna play. But when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, that's that cat. That's them. I was fucking shocked. And the fact of the matter is, when you rap right now to this day, it's like you took it back, but you still have a lot of this 2020, 2023 feel to all of your music still to this day. And that's what I love about your music. Pop Da Brown Hornet is dope. And like I said, at the end of the day, we're going to salute you today, bro. Trust me.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
So listen, what went into Mike Champs? Because we're about to play that video right now. Mike Champs, what was that? Yeah,
in the mind state of Mike Champs, it was like you said, like I said, I was on a deep hiatus and came back, when I first came back, I came back with King Just and things of that nature, just to blow the dust off the mic. Came back with the Emperor and the King. And then when I got with Phantom or whatever the case may be, we was working on the album. Like I said, I don't like one song, one album to sound like just one track. So I like to be diverse. So exactly. Mike Champ was more of like, we ain't really gonna get on any topics. We just gonna have lyrical bars. I'm not killing nothing. I'm not anything. The only thing I'm killing is this mic right here. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Like a lyrical, like
thrashy
Mike Champ. When you see Mike Champ, I'm working out with the pad and the pen, and I'm gonna get on this, and I'm gonna tear this shit up. You know what I mean? And this shit gonna be smoking. And I'm gonna drop some bombs on it by the time it's all said and done. Just like when you're in the ring, you get hit with a bomb, somebody hits you with the left up. I'm hitting with all of that in this right here, Mike Champ. So I just want to bring the energy of hip hop. You know what I mean? Somebody told me that hip hop is dead and gone and it's over. You know what I mean? So if I ain't rhyming about rhetoric and BS, that they don't want to hear that. So I'll say
exactly.
Mike Champ is still here. We still alive, and and I'm gonna display it right here on and shout out to the production from Phantom of the Beat. But yeah, Mike Champ was put together from Phantom, myself, coming out of Staten Island, just to let y'all know that, the 10304 still has lyrical bars.
Yep, exactly. You definitely got lyrical bars. You heard? We're going to get into that backdrop you got there. That shit is hot, by the way. But we're going to get into the name. as well, as soon as this video is over. But we got Mike Champs coming up. Pop Da Brown Hornet is in the building. 2111 Radio. Let's get it.
Yo, I was raised to be a go-getter, real rhyme spitter. The big dog from the run out of the litter. Took it from the block to the city to the globe. They tried to duplicate me, but they can't break the mold. Everybody talks a good one, but talk is cheap. There's no turning back, now I'm in too deep. Took a quantum leap, head first into the universe. The bomb is back, no need to start search. Grab the beat by the throat, slap the mic. I've been putting words together since rappers delight. They can't tell me nothing about the boom bap era. You was in before 12 with that Cinderella. So be cautious how you approach the guard, cause I'll start with you, then roast your whole squad. Kill more rappers than the flu vaccine. Give me the mic, I'm sure to rock it like Hakeem the Dream. Brown bomber, blast through your armor. Mike Champ, knock out your whole camp. Competition is non-existent. I'm Ali, your Sonny Liston. Who on the rumble in the jungle? Hit after hit, watch your empire crumble. Bomb is back, baby, double to love it. Bomb is back, baby, double to love it. Out of Staten Island, New York, home of the forgotten. But I'm from Stapleton, I stay globe-trotting. Ask around, they know Pop Da Brown. Staten's most hated who stayed repping the town. They hate to see me win, love to see me fail. Buried in the box, I'm doing life in jail. But picture that though, I'm attracted to cash flow. Like Pablo Escobar, like Fidel Castro. They tried to bury me alive, but still I rise to their surprise. I see the disbelief in their eyes. Your God stayed winning, catch me at the top grinning. Get used to that picture cause it's only the beginning. A certified G who paid his dues. I've been kicking ass since I was in baby shoes. Slam you on your pamper, I'm one tough camper. Flamethrower, setting rappers ablaze like JoJo Dancer. Brown bomber, blast through your armor. Mike Champ, knock out your whole camp. Competition is non-existent. I'm Ali, your Sonny Liston. Who on the rumble in the jungle? Hit after hit, watch your empire crumble. Bomb is back, baby, double to love it. Bomb is back, baby, double to love it. George Foreman, Nelson Mandela. Pop Da Brown bomber, sure to be a bestseller. Shackled down 20 years and better. Aged like fine wine that's been dwelling in the cellar. These newcomers get peeled like cucumbers and tossed like a salad. Your rap style's invalid. Still wet behind the head, squirting out puppy water. Brace yourself, it's a verbal manslaughter. Bombs dropping on your whole brigade and exploding in hype mode like a hand grenade. Album long overdue like a chick 12 months pregnant, or a cold case reopened, or for newfound forensics. Tracks banging like a LeBron dunk. Loaded, cock it, spray the streets like a Johnny Pump. Keep it real, possess mass appeal. Shatter mics and backboards like Shaquille O'Neal. Brown bomber, blast through your armor. Mike Champ, knock out your whole camp. Competition is non-existent. I'm Ali, your Sonny Liston. Who on the rumble in the jungle? Hit after hit, watch your empire crumble. Bomb is back, baby, double to love it. Bomb is back, baby, double to love it. Brown bomber, blast through your arm.
Mike Champ, knock out your whole camp. Yeah,
blast through your armor. What? Yo, that's hot, yo. I'm sorry, that's hot.
Yes.
And tonight, all jokes aside, tonight we actually added that to 2111 Radio.
No, that's that energy. That's that workout music, man. That's that.
It really is.
That on right there. I mean, it's workout, it's jogging, it's getting you motivated. I mean, if you're running late for work, you might pop that on and might send you dipping through the traffic. I mean,
yeah, I heard
an adrenaline rush, man. That's that kind of, and just off of, like I said, pure lyrics. You know,
bro, you got some bars on that, yo. Real talk, you really do. And you know, just like I said, at the end of the day, for you to come back like you did, this strong, come on, man, stop playing. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So, let's get into that background you got, that backdrop. So it says Bomb of Fire.
Yeah, so Bomb of Fire is really like one of my aliases that I've had for a long time. You know, everybody knows me as Pop Da Brown Hornet. Some people know me as Pop, you know, the Brown Bomber.
No doubt.
So, and then Bomb of Fire I've been using for a while, you know. So It's like bomb, like lyrically, you know, Pop Da Brown Hornet. When I rhyme, it's more message and you know, teach the people and reach the people. And, you know, I don't want to really preach to the people, but the Brown Hornet is more of a messenger. when I rhyme, when I'm in that state. Pop Da Brown Bomber, more aggressive. That's Mike Champ right there. And Bomber Fire is a combination. Bomber's Fire is like, when we just had enough. Like, we just dropped the bombs. Once you drop the bomb, I'm leaving fire. So it's bomb, and the bomb is the fire. So it all together is Bomber Fire. You know what I mean? That's the concept. So when I write my rhymes, I'm dropping bombs. And once the bomb drops, but you left with fire. So it's Bomber Fire.
That's dope. Yo, you got a clothing line too. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna definitely get into that because you got a dope clothing line. We're gonna get into that. But GP Wu. Now, does that have anything to do with Wu-Tang?
Well, that's a very long story, right?
We got time, bro. Trust me. Whatever you want to talk about, we can get it in. Trust me.
Yeah, but to make a long story short, like when we were signed to the MCA, like I said, Download, June, myself, Rubber Bands, we really had intentions just to be GP the Grain. Never had any intentions for the Wu to be stuck on the back of our name whatsoever. That was more or less of a Hank Shockley and Daddy O's idea.
Really
yeah,
I know Daddy O. Wow, that's crazy.
So that was never really GP. We wanted to be GP the Grain. And during one of the meetings, like at the tail end after we had the album done and things of that nature, and we was about to see the cover of the album, we thought it was going to say GP the Grain, and it wound up saying it had the logo, the GP logo, and then it wound up saying GP Wu on it.
Whoa.
So, there's a few other people that was in the room at that time, and I really did show the most resistance. I was, very reluctant. So to make a long story shorter, Hank Shockley, I think, him and RZA kind of was in cahoots with each other, probably, in the backdrop of things, because, at that time that we was up at MCA, the Genius was on Geffen. So Universal and all of that. There was a lot of infiltration of Wu being in the building. And I think they were, just behind closed doors. RZA wanted to be involved with the GP project. So, when Hank Shockley, his attempt was to throw the Wu on it, so we would be more willing to say, give us some beats from RZA. And when we weren't, you heard the GP first album, but a lot of people were always wondering, why wasn't there a second? Because there was so much friction with the first one. We felt like we were capable of holding ourselves down on our own as GP the Grain, as the lyricist that we are, and with GP and with R&S and so forth. We felt like we had our own production. And then Shockley was more or less pushing the button that we deal with, like I said, the RZA. Yeah. And when we showed reluctance on that, that's why, So we never really, like I said, it was never our intentions to come out with the Wu whatsoever. We wanted to be GP the Grain. The Wu-Tang was already out. And even though we do share history and, for many, many moons ago, there was a movement where Wu-Tang was prevalent and it was shared amongst more than just the clan. But once it became contractual and once the clan introduced it, RZA became like the almighty behind the Wu-Tang. Didn't go through him, then you really couldn't rep it. So it was distasteful for us to move forward as GP Wu when we weren't really going to get any backing from the clan, because when we come out the album, it wasn't like, RZA ever said, yo, come on tour with us, like come open up, yo, we never got that, it was always they kind of shunned us off and wanted us to, they heard us in retail, they didn't want to claim us, and in all actuality, we did have a part of the history, but we were sabotaged when it came to that.
That's crazy. See, and a lot of people, that's hip hop history. A lot of people don't understand, man. That's hip hop history, what you just talked about. You understand? And I believe every damn word you said. I believe that. The way you explain it, it's true, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So don't get it twisted. This is a real one right here. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke, Pop the Brown Hornet is the truth. I'm telling y'all. I've heard this, and I wanted everybody to listen and really get to the point, because this music business is foul. I'm telling y'all. You know, basically they wanted y'all to bend and fold to their need, and they wanted to control everything. I get it. It's happening. It's still happening to this day. You understand? And I appreciate you guys as a unit saying, you know, we ain't even gonna do that. We're not doing that, because at the end of the day, he definitely wanted control. He wanted to control that whole narrative, because he knew GP Wu was dope. He knew it, but he wanted to be able to control you guys and put y'all in the same box he put everybody else in. Am I right?
Well,
so
I'm glad that you have 20/20 vision, but you're also your ears, your eyes. Listen, it's just as plain as it gets, you know. Back then, when they had the power 30s and the source, and you seen who was powerful and who was calling the shots, and if you didn't bow down, or if you didn't, you know, like you said, bend over or whatever the case may be, they more or less, you know, you got blackballed. And me, I showed resistance. That's how I always came up. They knew they was getting that from out of me anyway, because y'all already know me from Stapleton. Y'all know how I was. You know what I mean? I was always one of those, what front line? Get the fuck up out of here with that BS. So you knew exactly was going to get that from me. And, you know, like I said, I'd rather be, you know, I tell it all the time, I'd rather be a lion for a day than a lamb for a lifetime. A lot of people ask me, do I have regrets? There's no regrets. You know what I mean? I live life the way I chose to do it. The higher power has me here, right now, telling my story. And you know what? I'm more in control. I got creative control of music, things of that nature. Now I'm more business minded. And if you come get me, you got to come get the whole conglomerate. And we're going to move forward. And I'm going to represent Staten Island. We're going to bring back Staten Island to the forefront, because I think Staten Island and the people of Staten Island have been overlooked throughout this whole Shaolin regime. You know what I mean? It's been just about them and who they are and what they've been bringing. But the people of Staten Island haven't really been heard. The people, the voices of Staten Island haven't been heard during this duration. So I think that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, listen. At this point, like I said, I'm glad you're here. This, like I said, this is streaming through Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. And I'm going to definitely take a part of this and put it on our Instagram page, because it's a story that needs to be told. And like you were saying, you guys, they don't want Stapleton to speak because they know GP Wu was either better or right there in the same lane. And they don't want that. So what he did, they blackball y'all. They literally blackball y'all. I've heard of it. It's been happening over the years. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's foul. You know what I'm saying? You guys are from the same hood. Like Stapleton, Staten Island, you guys, they could have got everybody, but the control thing, I think the control thing kind of got you like, nah, we're not doing that. Let us you
got to understand one thing. It's been going on, especially, you got to understand, like I told you, we was doing this since the 80s. So when you have individuals working on their craft, and like we worked up at R&S's house. So R&S, that's the producer that I was, you know, that's right. So the what RZA is to the Wu-Tang clan, you know what I mean? R&S is to me, Shaheem, Down Low, June Lover, XYZ. So right, it was about a dismantling. You know, at the time when those brothers came out, you got to remember how each borough was. Nas had Queens, you know, Fat Joe had the Bronx.
Yes, he did.
Biggie was coming out of Brooklyn, you know, and Wu-Tang had to have the clamps on Staten Island. So it was like, if you didn't come underneath that regime, it was going to make it difficult for you to come out. And like I said, we felt like lyrically, we came out of the 10304. So we were not from the same hood, but we are from the same zip code. We had to come to school, we mingle with each other. It's definitely a rivalry between Stapleton and Park Hill. And unfortunately, what happened when the contracts got into play, the bitterness between both projects played a major part, because the Park Hill part of the 10304 was the ones that shined more off the Wu-Tang than the Stapleton 10304.
Unfortunately, you're 100%
right.
So
it was like you said, it was a deliberate hit to more or less dismantle what was going on over there in order for us to propel to the heights that we had to over here. They didn't really want a competition like that. It had to be us or nothing, and we'll do what we got to do to dismantle it. They didn't embrace it, try to enhance it, even though it wasn't underneath their regime. They knew of us. They definitely knew.
That's right. They knew. They knew. Like I said, we in Brooklyn knew. So we all knew. The thing is, like you said, it's messed up that everybody could have just ate without the control. And like I said,
it's like even as big as Nas was, right? Nas was coming out of Queens, and he ran that at that particular moment. But he still made music with Mobb Deep, or he still made music with Nori. He still made music with his comrades from Queens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because when you put on for your city, when you're not intimidated, or when you don't feel like you know what I mean, somebody's after what you have, then you're gonna be more willing to open the door and be, you know what I mean? Like, yo, come on, come on, it's so good. But when you give somebody a cold shoulder, you block them out, or you act like a child that never had anything before. You know what I mean? You're one of those like, no, you can't play with my toy.
Toys, like, exactly. Yo, matter of fact, you know what? Because you said you hit the nail on the head, bro. They didn't want y'all to play with their toys because they knew y'all was going to be able to control those toys. You understand? So yeah, I definitely get it. And like I said, those contracts was horrible. So I'm glad y'all didn't sign them. They was horrible. Trust me when I tell you, they was bad.
Now we signed, but we didn't continue. So we didn't continue on with, we didn't continue on with the undressing. Hypothetically,
there you go.
Act like when something's going on in front of your face, that it has to be some kind of conversations going on behind.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to laugh and they're snickering, and I'll show you behind closed doors. So once you know that's going on, it's like, do you continue with the snickering, or do you say, you know what, go ahead with your comedy show? I had to go, and face real life.
No doubt.
No biggie.
No.
I'm here.
It sure ain't.
I'm here.
It sure ain't. You here. Exactly. Listen, you here right now. You understand what I'm saying? And you making some noise, bro. Just like I said, this song I'm about to play, Stapleton Fly, I'm going to be straight up. That's my shit. I'm going to be straight up. It's on my playlist, my Spotify playlist. That's my song. Real talk. I'm not sitting here capping. That's my song. I love that song. I think you did a great job on it. The cadence was excellent. You really, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm saying, wait a minute. I said, yo, he's killing it. I had my wife, I said, yo, listen to this. Wait a minute. Stapleton Fly. And then I seen the name. I said, yo, that's the kid from Staten Island. That's that kid we used to hear back in the days. Those little tapes, those demo tapes back in Brooklyn. That's him. And MJ confirmed it. She was like, yo, Pop the Brown Hornet. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So it all made sense to have you here. So we're about to play this song right now, this video, actually. I don't play singles up here. I play the videos because it gives our guys the visual of what you bring it. So we're going to play Stapleton Fly. You want to introduce the song, and then we get straight to it.
Yo, what's going on? You know what's going on, man. It's 2111 radio show with my man Derrick Scott. This is Pop Da Brown Hornet from out of Stapleton Projects. And now, live on your set, we bring you the video, Stapleton Fly. Bomba fire!
Let's get it.
Stapleton Fly, Versace cover my eye. Either to block the haters or I'm hella high. Feet Louis Vuitton, ice drip on my arm. Rings flooded with bling and you would think I was Lynn Swan. Polo socks, Gucci cologne. Expensive watch, watch, $2,000 phone. I stay casket sharp, red carpet royalty. Runway fresh, they love my style of dress. Dressed to impress, catch me looking my best. With $1 million smile, not a penny less. Powerball pockets, your girl staring so hard, my bust her eye sockets pulled off in something toppers. They stare till I'm out of sight, brag about my presence. Came up with the peasants, but placed amongst the legends. We're all born equal, but we move differently. All jokes aside, I'm what they wish they could be.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie, Brown Bomber, you's a fly mug, B. Yo, you stay crushing them.
Some taste the fortune, the fame, or a combo of both. I can't lie, I'm still Stapleton fly. Staying polo or true, Gucci or Louis. I stay fresh like a wet bag of zooty. The retro J's, the champion grades. Look inside my closet, I got garments for days. Walking billboards, the streets follow my lead. Once they see me in it, they press to go and get it. Armani sweaters, handmade leathers. Them brim hats with the peacock feathers. Tailor-made suits, some silk and some suede. Special edition, that means I got it made. Marriott suites, Louis Vuitton sheets. Cuban cigars, all types of foreign cars. I move different, wise, black, and gifted. Every time I get dressed, I would say it was scientific. The way I finesse, rock, smash, and flip. Style solid gold, I should have started in the Olympics. High on the podium, best dressed at the ball. Crush them all 4 seasons with the summer, spring, and fall.
Damn, Brown Bomber, every time I see you, man, you got on something new all the time, man. You Stapleton fly.
Some taste the fortune, the fame, or a combo of both. I can't lie, I'm still Stapleton fly. Staying polo or true, Gucci or Louis. I stay fresh like a wet bag of zooty. Some taste the fortune, the fame, or a combo of both. I can't lie, I'm still Stapleton fly. Staying polo or true, Gucci or Louis. I stay fresh like a wet bag of zooty.
Yeah, that's my word, son. You can walk in billboard, B. Can't none of these, cause you been maxing style, B. I mean, like your finesse and all of that, B. You been crushing them out there. He jealous, they be talking, see. I be hearing them, God. I'm saying you push it up to the J.O.'s, then you be on.
Let me tell you something. That's my shit, bro. Real talk. We got to get into that song right there. So yeah, that in front of your building.
That was in front of one of the buildings. That was behind 77. That was in behind 77 Hill Street.
Yeah.
And then part of it was over there near the tennis court in front of the building or what have you.
Yeah.
Just one section of Stapleton.
Let me tell you something. It was so real, yo. That's how you used to do it back in the days, yo. That's why I like that shit. It's like, yo, these cats got a dope cameraman, which the visual is dope. I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, this shit is fly. So it really was. I'm like, wait a minute, this cat, they know what they're doing. So making that video, did you direct it? How did that happen?
I didn't even direct it. What it was I had a whole different kind of treatment in my head when I was making the song. But then, like I said, when I went to Neff and the Last American B-Boy, he was just more or less like, yo, bring it back to the town, man. For he was like because I was doing I do a lot of videos in Stapleton anyway. But like I said, I didn't really have him direct anything lately really coming out of the town. So I just wanted to get his perspective, his visuals of it, like you said, his angles of it. So he was like, let me just bring it back to the town. Or, like I said, me really introducing myself to the world again. Because when you look at Black on Black Crime, I'm on top of Stapleton roof. Like I said, I got so many other videos that's in it. Sometimes it gets redundant, and sometimes in your head, but it's also a feel that you get, when you start where it all began. It's a 360.
Yeah.
So me coming back out and me reintroducing myself, let them already know that I still have connections to where it all started from. I'm still good. I'm still good in the hood. I'm still good in the town. Need be. I'm not there on the same level. The working man 731. I'm working in the local union 731. I was doing on my time in already, and I do, I'm relaxed and I'm happy doing that. So the clothing and all of this and the music was something that I said when I made my comeback, like, yo, you don't want to live your life with any regrets. And once the music started transforming and and social media started coming back around, and I figured, and they said you could have creative control more on how you do your music, and I ain't have to deal with the rhetoric and the nonsense of the record label and these so-called A&Rs and nonsense. You know, me, I do it for hip hop. You know, I'm not doing it for the A&R. I'm not doing it for your label. I do it for hip hop. I do it for me, and I do it for hip hop, the universe, and the fan. Y'all getting in the way of that. Y'all like the third wheel. Y'all like, you know when you like, yo, I'm gonna pick you up, shorty, and be like, yeah, all right, boom, 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 and then you get there, she got her fat cousin who want to eat too. Now she's like the third wheel, and you're like, damn, like, you know, that's the A&Rs, the fat girl in the way. That's what A&Rs are. Like, you know what I mean?
That's funny because sometimes you gotta take one for the team.
Hey, you gotta. Nah, I want to take one time. You know, I know what I came for. You take it how long? I'm gonna give her 3 hot dogs and some cheese fries, and hopefully you can lose her somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's crazy, yo. I'm enjoying this because, like I said, I know the era, and I know where you came from. You understand? And the fact that you made this comeback, a successful one to me, it's successful, bro. Real talk. It's successful because nobody can talk about your bars. You was killing these songs. And it's like it's nice to see someone, an older gentleman that comes in this crazy ass industry and still laying it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, bro, for real.
I appreciate
it's crazy.
Appreciate
it's
that.
Nice to see, man. It's nice to see, man. And I really honored to have you here. So now we're gonna get into your clothing line. Talk about that.
Yeah, the clothing line is called Staten Fly. This is one of the hats. You know what I mean? I want to get this one of the hats on it. Okay. This is like one of the hoodies. It's Staten Fly. I got a couple of other pieces. Maybe I could. This is like one of the Scullies.
That's hot.
Staten Fly. This is one of the. I got another one of the hats. Staten Fly on the back. Boom, boom. You know what I mean? Leather strap. I got some other flavorful Staten Fly. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got it. You know what I mean? So I got a couple of different flavors. I got the website up. The website I got, you know, get a little something. Just showing you different stuff. But yeah, the website is Staten Fly Station on Shopify.com. So it's Staten Fly Station, Shopify.com. And you go there and I have an array of different, you know, I'm just really starting out, but I got hoodies, t-shirts, and some hats, you know, stuff like that.
No doubt.
I'm trying to see if I can get to it real fast so you can just, but yeah. Staten Fly Station at Shopify.com. And that's how
I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in the description right now. Why not? Fuck that. I'm gonna put that in there right now. At Shopify, right? We're gonna put that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people that's in here, yo, y'all could go to the site right now.
There, you know, you can't see it on my phone, but I'll try. Yeah, that's the logo.
That's it right there.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Staten Fly Station at
Staten Fly Station at Shopify.com. So that's where you can get some of the paraphernalia. So anybody who's interested, show some love, show some support. Is at the beginning stages. But yeah, I'm here to stay with that, man, because it's just prideful. I came with it just to be on some prideful clothes from out of Staten Island. You know, the song that I made was Stapleton Fly, but everybody from Staten Island ain't from Stapleton. So I wanted to just come out with a clothing line that represented Staten Island as a whole. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anybody from any part of Staten Island, you know what I mean, be it from Stapleton all the way to Princess Bay to Tauntville, back around, Arlington, swinging down out in the West Brighton, zipping through Port Richmond, coming through the hill, over there through New Brighton. Get you some Staten Fly, man. Stop playing, man.
Yeah, there it is. Yo, that's dope. Get you some Staten Fly. Y'all heard
Staten Fly represent this borough, represent who we are as a people. It's just prideful. Like I said, I'm bringing it back to Staten. We got lost in the, you know, and the other one, but we got to bring it back to the people who've been out here and who are hungry And like I said, there's more talent than just Pop Da Brown Hornet. I'm just the older spokesman. Like I said, I came back and I just figured, let me fill a void. You know, when I listened to hip hop and where it was at, the state that it's at, I think it needs guidance. Staten Island also needs a spokesman to where somebody you could, who's articulate, he could talk. He ain't gonna say, you know what I mean, every 5 seconds. You have to be elaborate. You have to elaborate and get your point across. You know, use some words, use some vocabulary, be articulate. Don't have the same kind of rhetoric words coming out your mouth. Have some substance. And that's what we need right now in hip hop, because in the time that we're living in, we're definitely going to need some guidance, and we're definitely going to need some music. When we grew up, we had messengers, we had the Public Enemies, we had the KRSs, righteous teachers, your ex-clans, and so you had your the Queen Latifahs and things of that nature, the native tongues, and rest in peace to Flo. You know, we had our native tongues, we had a balance in our music, and all of those things were important. Those would help develop an MC like myself. And so, therefore, as you know, I owe it a duty, a justice that I must come out with music with substance, because that's what was given to me. So I know that I could be sparking the next young up and coming brain to be even liver than I was. It's not about, it's about bringing your talent to the game of hip hop and displaying it and putting it out there. No holds barred. And that's somebody growing up can see you and respect your energy, and even brothers like yourself, you've seen the struggle and so you can respect it as well. But we have to get back into the concept of enlightening one another and not trying to scam one another and get over on one another.
Let me first off, let me bro, you said a mouthful, bro, for real, because there's a lot of scamming going on. There's a lot of that going on, and it's messed up because it's between us. Our people is scamming each other, and that's, to me, that's whack. Like, come on, man, we all trying to eat. We all trying to do this thing called hip hop. We trying to make music. We trying to get a career going. Trying to make some bread. And every turn you see, somebody's getting scammed for something. Like, one of the artists came up and said, "You're gonna get scammed. It's a matter of what you're gonna do to make money to get out of the scam." You understand? So it's like, you're gonna get scammed regardless in the industry. As far as in labels, they're gonna rate you. But at the end of the day, you have to make the best of your situation. You understand? But you definitely have a lot of people scamming, and it's getting ridiculous. It's getting to a point where, have you been on social media like Instagram and got any DMs talking with the actual artists? I don't want to name no names, but there's a lot of artists going to DMs talking about, I could put your songs on this, that, and the third. Just give me 5 bands, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, no, I never really fell for any of that.
It's horrible.
But no, there's gangs of that. Pay for this, pay for that, whatever the case.
Yeah, like, come on, man, that's crazy.
And it's like everybody's getting paid, but the artists, everybody's getting paid. So at the end of the day, my thing is, you find a machine, you find what works for you.
Yeah.
TLC said, don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. So that's what you have to do when you're doing with the music. Really stick to certain. Of course, you always, it's always, you got to take a chance.
Yeah.
You'll know those opportunities when they come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know when you got to pull a rock and throw it at to catch a bigger fish or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, cover your surroundings. Do it 2, 3, 4 times. You got to circle a block 2, 3, 4 times. Get adjusted, get your wind up, get all of that, get your stamina up, get all those things, prep yourself, because when the opportunity does show face, you just, you want to be prepared. And it takes a lot. There's different things that you have to do to be prepared. So mentally, physically, financially, if you're going to use somebody else's capital, it's going to come with a price tag. If you got something to bring to the table and you know what you're doing and you're going to hold ground, then you hold ground and you do so. A lot of these young artists is getting on because they don't have business structure. They don't have business savvy. they don't know how to put together an album. You know, the album is going to sound like a whole bunch of, you know, it's going to sound like one track anyway, you know, because that's all they're concerned about. You know, they're not out here living. Their childhood is different than us. You know, everything that they do is really, we was outside with it. They're not, you know, we was rhyming, you know, everything that we was doing. You know, once you walked out your mother's door, your pop's door, boom, you was getting into mischief stuff. This is stuff that you have to live in order to write about. These dudes is just writing about, you know, I could take a pill or I could blast a gun. But that's simple sounding stuff. That's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing complex.
Nah, it ain't.
But this is what our kids are listening to. So, like I said, me coming back with the Foreman Mandela album, with the Mike Chan, Stapleton Fly, Zaddy Gotcha, and everything else. And like I said, with Phantom, I have a new single coming out. It's probably drop at the end of this month, beginning of March. It's called Shooting My Shot. So keep your ears tuned for that one. This is going to be, this one's going to be a nice one. And this is for the ladies. It's called Shooting My Shot. You know what I mean? We out there. And you're out there looking beautiful. You walking wherever you're doing. You got on them stretchies or you got on that all black dress and you out there in the club. You got on that sweatsuit. You know, they be looking. They have them sweatsuits snuggled up. They be filled in like they got a pamper on. So, you know, I'm going to see you. I'm going to shoot my shot. This is what that's for. You know what I mean? That's all the ladies just paying homage to your beauty and respecting you as queens that you are. So it's called Shooting My Shot. Man. Keep your ears tuned for that, man. We coming.
Well, you know MJ gonna hit me quick.
Yeah, she's gonna hit you. Yeah, I'm gonna hit MJ and we're gonna circle around to the DJs and all of that. But it's definitely gonna be something for you definitely gonna be impressed with that one. This is gonna go right into rotation with everything else. Trust me.
No doubt. You already know. We're a part of the Heat DJ, so we definitely gonna get that in rotation. You already know that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a fan at the same time.
Appreciate that.
Definitely looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking. Matter of fact, I need you to come back. I'm gonna have you come back. Yeah. If that come out, I don't care who I got scheduled. I want you to come back.
Yeah, you want to have me come back for this. This is going to be a nice one. So, we'll let it heat up, and then just reach out to MJ. You already know the rest. So I could be back up in here during the springtime. I get a little spring love or whatever. You know what I mean?
No. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm so happy to have you here today, yo. I'm mad. I'm mad excited. I was excited all week. I said, yo, I got him. MJ was like, what are you talking about? I said, you already know I've been trying to reach out for like 4 to 5 months. And I'm like, yo, can I get Pop? What's up? But I saw a lot of interviews.
The hip hop guards was waiting for 2023. They said, you
heard
coming through for 2023, the first quarter. Yeah. You know what I mean? He coming.
Yeah, first quarter. First quarter, I got it.
Top of the year, so hopefully this is for you know what I mean? This is for better things to come. Hopefully you setting off the year right for both of us. You definitely have a blessed 2023. And hopefully, I'll be back to see you shortly.
Hell yeah. You already know, bro. Because I'm happy to have you here, yo. Thanks everybody for showing up. Pop. I have to call him Pop. I don't want to call him that's Pop, yo, because this cat, all just aside, you dropped some jewels tonight. I'm not even gonna lie. And I know I'm older than you, but you dropped some jewels tonight on me that had me like, oh shit. Like, okay, yeah. And I like to learn. And you're a positive brother, and I appreciate you, bro. Real talk.
I respect that. Thanks for recognizing that. I appreciate that. Much blessings, continuous blessings to you. You know what I mean? And to the whole 2111 family. You know what I mean? Much blessings. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Yes, sir. We definitely will. Hold up. You got people in here. Aquarius Waters. Much love to Pop Da Brown Hornet. Aquarius Waters. She's up in here. So it's some people up in here shouting you out. You know
okay, Miss Waters. Much love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the shout out.
Man. No, definitely. They up in here. So it's dope, man. But yeah, so again, guys, thanks for coming through. I got Pop the Brown Hornet here, and I'm gonna definitely have him come back. And yeah, man, this is crazy. I'm definitely honored, bro. Thank you again.
And thanks once again for having me. No problem. Let's do it again.
Man. We got it. All right, y'all. So y'all have a good night. Pop, stay back for a second. I want to talk to you about something. Yep. And I'm signing out right now. And thanks again for everything.